في مركز الندى الطبي الطابق الاول، مركز علاج عقم واطفال الانابيب. معكم الدكتوره نهال الجبري، اختصاص نسائي وتوليد وتخصص دقيق عمليات اطفال الانابيب. هسه احنا في طريقنا الى العياده الاستشاريه للقسم. هذه هي العياده للفحص المريضات قبل دخولها برنامج اطفال الانابيب او التلقيح الصناعي. في هذه الغرفه يتم اجراء الفحص السريري معزز بفحص السونار، وهو طبعا يكون اكثر معزز بالتحاليل الهرمونيه حتى نحصل على اي اشكالات يمكن نعالجها سواء جراحيه او طبيه قبل ادخال المريضه لبرنامج التحفيز. لذلك فالغرفة مجهزة بعدد من الأجهزة الضرورية لهذه الفحوصات، ومنها جهاز سونار متطور وحديث حتى يساعدنا على تشخيص الحالة. وفي حالة إدخال المريضة لبرنامج التحفيز سواء تحفيز للتلقيح الصناعي أو لعمليات أطفال الأنابيب راح نتابع المريضة بهذا الجهاز. وكذلك راح نقدر بهذا الجهاز أيضا نتحرى عن وجود الحمل في المراحل الأولى ومتابعته في المراحل الأولى، وكذلك لحين حصول الولادة للمريضة. So the clinic is provided by a CO2 laser. This is a new version of CO2 laser. It's usually used pulsatile light energy, which is called ultra pulse or continuous light beam, which will be directed to the vagina in order to take off the superficial part of the vagina in order to deal with some cases or some problems associated with the vagina, such as laxity or repeated infection, or even sometimes tubes, or in some cases we can use it also for the incontinence, which is in the first degree or in the second degree only. Colposcopy is a medical diagnostic procedure to examine the cervix and to examine the vaginal wall by illuminated and magnification in order to detect any changes, early changes, without they are hormonal, pre-malignant or malignant changes. This can be applied to the cervix and as well as to the vagina and to the vulva. Also, the clinic is supplied by ultrasonar. This is a new version of the ultrasonar, which can be used for complete diagnosis of any patient before entrance to the induction protocols. And also when the patient will be introduced by induction protocols, whether they are for IUI or whether they are for IVF, we can follow the follicle and follow the patient by this ultrasound. And also when there is pregnancy, we can detect pregnancy early by this ultrasound and detect any abnormality in the fetus or any complication which might be associated with the protocols.
مركز الندى الطبي الطابق الاول قسم المختبرات.
We are here in the operation theater of the Nedda Medical Center. I am Dr. Bushra Al-Musawi. This is the recovery room for the patient after the operation. It is received with the patient monitor, the oxygen and sucker. Now we enter the hall number 1 for the IVF. This is hall. This is the operation hall. This is specific for the ovum pickup and embryo transfer because it is connect directly with the IVF lab. We can aspirate the ovum, make the ovum pickup under the vaginal ultrasound by the needle for the aspiration of the follicular fluid. Then we take the follicular fluid in the tube and give direct to the IVF lab. In this hall also we do the embryo transfer under the ultrasound. We take the embryo from the IVF lab and we transfer to the woman uterus and we have to become pregnant.
مثل ما تشوفون هذه العمليات مجهزة بأحدث الأجهزة. هذا الجهاز هو جهاز الساحر، نعتبره أحد الأجهزة الليزرية المهمة. يحتوي على طولين موجيين 980 و 1470. كل العمليات التي ذكرت من دوال الساقين، عمليات المقعد، البواسير، الناسور، عمليات شفط الشحوم ممكن إجراءها في هذا الجهاز. Now we are in surgical theater in Nedda Medical Center, and all these important systems of the theaters. This is the magic machine, laser machine. It has dual laser beams, 980 nanometer and 1470 nanometer. All the operation mentioned before can be done by this machine.
We receive the tube that contain the ovarian fluid of the doctor and examine it under the microscope and pick up the follicles that had been raised in an incubator, and after a short time, a specific time exactly, depends on the oocyte maturation, we take it and we make the IGZI on it. We make the insemination here on the oocyte after the denuding. We make the denuding under the microscope by specific media, we call it hyalo, and specific pipette, we call it denuding pipettes. After completing the IGZI process, we take the oocyte had been injected to the specific incubator that contain specific circumstances like CO2 almost 5 and pH about 7.3, and we leave it here about 18 or 24 hours, and after that we examine it and we'll find the maturation on it. It's transformed to embryo of 2 cell to 4 cell after the day 2 of insemination by the IGZI. And in the day 3 they converted to 8 cell, and in day 5 it's converted to a huge number of cells or embryo. So it had been ready for embryo transfer. We give the embryo to the doctor by specific catheter, and she make the embryo transfer by this catheter, and the process be completed now.
This is the second operation room in the Markez in the center of the data center, and this room we use it for the diagnosis of the infertility for male and female. For the male, we use it for the hydrocele, for the varicose seal, and we use also for the testicular biopsy, for the FNA, we use this room. For the infertility diagnosis of the female infertility, we use for the laparoscope, diagnostic laparoscope, for hysteroscope, also for DNC, for cervical circulation when the patient becomes pregnant. Also, this room can be used for the use of the laser. The laser used for the minor operation like varicose vein, and this is the laser in settlement, and also we use it for the laser in the hemorrhoid and fissure. Use the laser, this machine we use it for this operation.
هنا عندنا غرفة تبديل النساء موجودة فيها لوكرات، وهنا غرفة تبديل الرجال موجودة فيها لوكرات بالنسبة للأطباء وللممرضين والممرضات. هنا عندنا غرفة استراحة الأطباء.